Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tom Rizano, and this is another episode of the world famous, the University Love, the best podcast in 1, 2, 3 galaxies. But ladies and gentlemen, you and I would just call the show Online Marketing Moves, and we are coming to you live today. Ladies and gents, today it's going to be a short podcast, but it's going to be an important podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, all the stuff that you do, anything you do as far as creating content, ladies and gentlemen, you should try to put it in print form. You should try to put it audio, video, print. You should try to put it in every single medium that you can. And the reason why is because, ladies and gentlemen, some people like to read, some people like to listen, some people like to watch. Okay? And the more that you have your stuff on, you know, the all the variations, how you can have it, the better off you will be. Some people will enjoy the sound of your voice, some people will not. Some people will read your stuff, some people will not. Some people will want to see a video, some people will not. And they have plenty of things, they have plenty of apps that you can do for this purpose. Now, don't be like me. I have 500 and something audio episodes of this show, and I have not one printed word for these 500 and something. So I had to go back. I'm going to have to go back and download a good majority of these episodes and get them in print. That's going to be some money. But I got to do it. And the reason why is, why waste hours and hours on tape? I had, excuse me, I can upload these episodes to YouTube. I had that figured out, but it wasn't going. I had that going, but it was very irritating to me. So I'm gonna just pay somebody to upload these episodes and put them on the YouTube. It's gonna be a painful process. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to avoid the nonsense that I did, and I want you to find different ways to start printing. Find different ways to start. You know, whether you write, and the reason why I say this is because I listen to this podcast every now and then. You know, the guy, he'll write a column in the morning, he does the podcast, and he uploads on YouTube, and everything he talks about is written from his column, and then he'll go into a little spiel, you know. And I'm like, I mean, I don't know why I didn't do that in the beginning. Maybe because I was just trying to get it out there, but I'm like, come on, man, it's. And sometimes I didn't have enough. Sometimes I didn't have enough time, but I just want you to avoid those mistakes that I made. I made a lot of mistakes in the beginning of the podcast. I made a lot of mistakes. So, if I could always help you out to avoid the mistakes that I made, I don't mind doing that. You know, it is what it is. I don't. You know, I'm like, hey man, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You know, but I'm definitely gonna get, you know, October. We're gonna get back to, you know, a regular schedule, and then we're gonna get to the point where, you know, and then I have to start formatting the podcast so that way when I talk and when I get it, printed out, it makes, it's like a sentence. It's like it's like a story. You know what I mean? And so that's another mistake that I made. Sometimes I just start talking, and sometimes I have bullet points. Sometimes I do not. A lot of the last couple of months I haven't had many bullet points, because we've been, sort of hit and miss. But we got to go back to formatting the episode so that way when I do get it printed out, when it does go to video, it makes a lot of sense, because you want it to make sense no matter who sees it, no matter who hears it. You want it to make sense. You want it to be as streamlined as possible, so that way you don't have to go back and do a bunch of this and do a bunch of that. And another mistake that I made is be the content creator. Okay, you can always find somebody to download stuff. You can always find somebody to do the video. One mistake that I made is I would love to sit here and say, hey man, you can do, it's when you're trying to do A, B, C, D, and G, it's hard to do A through Z sometimes. If you can outsource something to somebody, do that, until you get on your feet. If you can, I'm not saying you have to give them $1,000, but if you can outsource a couple things, because time is one of the most important things, and the more time you have to focus on the content you create, the more time you have to focus on your business, the better off you will be. Until you can get fully established with what you want to do, and then you might be able to say, hey, I can do all this stuff myself. But until then, when you're trying to do 100 different things, it's kind of hard, So if you want to repurpose your stuff, find somebody to help you out. Find a family member, find a friend, find a person on the Upwork, the Fiverrs, all that. Just find something. Find somebody that can help you out. But ladies and gentlemen, don't forget. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget to repurpose your content, okay? And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. We will be back Monday with the all-new episode of Online Marketing Moves. But until then, my name is Tony Rizzano. Thank you for listening. And as always, everybody, God bless you and peace.